Heyo, my name is Wiktoria Dalach and I'm a senior software engineer. The ultimate hack for interviews is, as my dog would agree, asking questions. Here you have it. That's it. You don't have to watch the rest of this video, but I would appreciate if you stayed with me for a bit longer, because I think my approach is quite unique.
Disclaimer, I caught a cold recently and my voice is not fully back. So I'm sorry for that. I just wanted to put something out on YouTube so you don't think that I abandoned my channel or something.
For the context, in my last video, which was a vlog about me getting, going through an interview process and getting a job, I mentioned that asking questions is a game changer because you can take over the interview or something like that. If you have many questions, then basically you can take over the interview, which you need to take with a grain of salt, because I was very nervous, and when I'm nervous I have a tendency to be not as precise as I usually am with my language, or I'm trying to be. I don't know about you, but I get extremely nervous before and during interviews. And it's not a matter of me not believing in myself. I'm pretty confident when it comes to my qualifications. Yet, I get nervous. What stresses me out the most, I think, is that most of interviews are very one-sided. So you have an interviewer and they ask you questions and you are supposed to just spit with the content, if you may. Maybe it's not the best image, but there is no much time to think. What I don't appreciate is this idea of an interviewer and interviewee meeting in order to show the interviewee that interviewer knows it all. I believe more in, conversation of equals. Therefore, I have a tendency to change a bit, slightly, the dynamic of the interview. And this is something that will not work for everyone, and this is something that will not work in every interview. Technical interviews have their own specificity, right? They are time for you to show how you work with software, how you develop software, what is your way of communicating and what is your way of approaching a technical problem. I've interviewed tens of engineers over the course of last couple of days, years, and having too much of a chat during the technical interview can act against you as an interviewee, because you get distracted. There is always too little time to go through all of the examples or all the tasks, etc. So I wouldn't recommend my approach to interviews for technical interviews. But when it comes to regular, different interviews with, hiring manager, with product manager, designers, with leadership. Oh, my dog is very bored. I hope you're not as bored as my dog. So when it comes to those interviews, they often start with an interviewer saying, "Oh, I would like to have a conversation with you." If you want to have a conversation, two sides have a right to ask questions. What do? I'm sorry for this long context. And sorry for my voice again. What do? First of all, I do a research about company. It's pretty obvious. Second of all, I look at the titles of people I'm interviewing with, and based on their titles, I prepare questions for each of them. In general, for an hour interview, usually I have 10 questions prepared. Of course, not all of them will be, I will have a chance to ask, but it is, I think, important to have more questions prepared. And the second piece of advice, hack, which is not really a hack, try to ask questions during the interview and don't wait till the last, 15 minutes to ask these questions. So what I do, the interview asks me questions, like 2 or 3 questions. So let's say we're already in 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the interview. And then I say, hey, can I ask a question? And look, sometimes they will say no. And it's fine. It's completely fine. If this is their spiel, let's go with it. But often they will say,
yeah, sure.
I ask 1 question or 2 questions. And it's, another maybe 5-7 minutes. And then they ask me 2, 3 questions. And then again, time-wise, it's the same as if I had these 15 minutes at the end. But dynamic-wise, it's much more relaxed, and I get the sense that we are meeting to learn something about each other, not to show me that I suck. I don't know. I don't know about you. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's so nervous, but it really helps me. This strategy really helps me to relax a bit, to see the interviewer as a person, as a human being, and also learn something about the company. Yeah, so that's basically it. There is no magic to it. There is no hacks to it. It's just this idea of meeting another person instead of being under siege. I'm sorry, I know that I'm speaking so slowly today and maybe not so loud as usually, but I really am trying to get rid of this cold, and I hope it will happen because soon I'm speaking at PyCon. I'm pretty excited about that, but also, scared about this part of my body. Let me know in the comments what you think and what are your ways to be more relaxed during interviews. Also, please like it, share it and subscribe. It always warms my heart when we have interactions and when I see that someone's watching my videos, not watching like my dog. But that was such a bad joke. But look at him. What? I know that you're watching. I know. See you next time. Bye.